Buongiorno. All Blacks versus Italy. Can't wait. Going to be a cracking game, guys. Guys, in this video, I'm going to be providing you with my predicted All Blacks 23 for the game against Italy. Firstly, I think the All Blacks are going to go with, in the front row, Ethan de Groot, Cody Taylor and Ofa Tu'ungafasi. Look, I just think they'll bring Ethan de Groot back after his disciplinary challenges, and look, they're not losing much with him, are they? Like, he's tested at international level, he's experienced, and he's performed in the black jersey before. So I think they bring him back into that loose head prop position. Guys, I did and ah about the hooker position, whether or not they'd be bold and they'd actually start George Bell at hooker. But I just think they lost against France. Italy's a good side, and they're going to absolutely need their set piece and the foundations working well. So I think they bring in Cody Taylor to start at hooker. I think number 3 they'll have Ofa Tu'ungafasi. I just think they'll bring his experience in there and enables them to give Tyrell Lomax a bit of a rest. So again, get the foundations, the set piece, the scrum, really nail that up front. In the locks, I think they go Scott Barrett and Patrick Tuipulotu. Guys, I did wonder if they'd bring in Josh Lord to start in that locking position, but yeah, I just again think they're going to need that scrum and etc. working really well up front. So I think they go with Patrick Tuipulotu starting there. It's also a good opportunity, like a number of games he's been coming off the bench, so I think they'll bring him in and give him a good start, give him some potential game time. At 6, 7, 8, I think they go in the loose forwards, Peter Lakai, Sam Cane and Wallace Satiti. Look, I just think Peter Lakai, he played well against France. He's the best next cab off the rank. Potentially they could start Adi Sevilla there, but against Italy, they're going to want to blood some new players, and he showed some good form against France. So he's capable of playing well. So 7, I just think Sam Cane, he starts at open side flanker for me. He's been an absolute stalwart for the All Black jersey. Again, I did wonder if they wouldn't bring him in the side and whether or not they'd blood some new players. But I just think, his experience, and they're going to want to, honour him in this game. So I think he starts in that open side flanker jersey. Number 8, Wallace Satiti. Guys, he's had a lot of game time recently and his body's probably a bit banged up and sore, but I just think, he's only 22 years old. He's young, he's developing. So for me, I think they stick with him. They give him another shot at number 8. And he hasn't actually played that many games at number 8 for the All Blacks. He's played a lot at blindside flanker. So I think they stick with him there and they give him a bit more game time at number 8 for the All Blacks to keep developing there. 9, 10, I did wonder if they'd have Noah Hotham and maybe start with Harry Plummer. But again, I just think they're going to want the basics done really well. Italy's a good side. Don't underestimate them on their day. They're capable of beating the All Blacks. So I think they don't change that up too much. I think they're going to give Cam Roigard another start, keep developing him. Look, he played really well against France and he's played well against Ireland, so keep developing him. And, next year, whether or not he's the number 1 choice halfback, I think probably on form in that last game he was, so I think they keep developing him. I don't think they lose much with Harry Plummer at first 5. I know he hasn't had a lot of experience at test match level, but he played exceptionally well for the Blues, guys. Like his game management, his kicking, his defence, he was a very solid player for them. So I wouldn't be surprised if they start with him, but I just think they're going to want the experience of Bowden. And the other thing, I think they'll want to give Bowden just a bit more game time at first 5. He's only started 2 games at first 5 this year, so give him a bit more game time, keep building him, get that game management and connection with the other players in the back line and forwards, keep developing that for Bowden. So I think he starts there. I think 12, 13, I think they're going to go with Anton Leonard-Brown and Billy Proctor. I can't see Geordie Barrett available. I'm pretty sure he's out injured, and I just think they'd want to rest him anyway. He's had an awful lot of game time on this Northern Tour. And Billy Proctor, I think it's a good chance for him to come in. Again, they could start with Rieko Ioane, but Billy Proctor's a class player, and I think he's well capable of playing well against Italy. So I think they go with Anton Leonard-Brown and Billy Proctor in the centres, and then the back three. I think they go with Caleb Clark, Sevu Reece, and then a first test start to Ruben Love. So look, Caleb Clark, he's playing well. He's carrying well. He's good with the high ball. So I think they just give him a bit more game time to keep developing Caleb Clark at test match level. And another good opportunity for Sevu Reece, keep developing him and a bit more game time there. And obviously the two of those wingers have the experience. They'll be able to support Ruben Love at the back. I just think I did whether they'd be brave and whether or not they'd start Will Jordan at fullback and put Ruben Love off the bench. But to me, I think they're going to be brave, and I think they'll put Ruben Love in at fullback. And I just think that if the All Blacks have the foundations up front, good set piece, good breakdown, they can get fast ball. I think Caleb Clark, Sevu Reece, and the likes of Ruben Love can tear up that Italian side if they're given space. So they're well capable there, and I don't think they lose a hell of a lot with Ruben Love at fullback for this game, guys. So a good opportunity for Ruben Love and a good first start for him, I believe. On the bench, I think they have George Bell, Tyrell Lomax, and Pasiola Tosi. Again, it wouldn't surprise me if George Bell started at hooker, but I think they just get him coming off the bench. And I think with him, if the All Blacks are winning comfortably, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they subbed Cody Taylor off at the 35-minute mark and gave George Bell a real good taste of test match level rugby to blood him in, give him that experience. Tyrell Lomax and Pasiola Tosi. Look, Tyrell Lomax is in some good form, but look, his body will be banged up. I'm sure he's really tired, the amount of game time he's had. So I think they just bring him off the bench. And Tyrell Lomax, I don't think he'd probably get a lot of game time. Like if the All Blacks are going well, I think they might only bring him on for the last 15, 20 minutes or maybe even less. So Pasiola Tosi, I think, alternately, if the All Blacks are going well, I think they give him a bit more game time. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if they bring him on with 30, 35 minutes to go, just to really keep developing him at test match level. 19-20, I think they go with Josh Lord, and Artie Severe, I think, will be the cover for the back row. Yeah, again, blood Josh Lord. The All Blacks have their three main locks in Tupu Vai, Scott Barrett, and Patrick Tuipulotu. But, again, it wouldn't be a bad idea to blood a fourth, and I think he's the best next cab off the rank, Josh Lord. So give him some game time, keep developing a test match level for future years. And then, look, Artie Severe, I think you have him off the bench. Assume the All Blacks should have a good win against Italy, but on their day, Italy's a good side, and they're capable of really taking it to the All Blacks. They'll also want revenge after the pool match at the Rugby World Cup. So I wouldn't underestimate Italy. So we have Artie Severe off the bench just in case things go not as planned and the All Blacks are under pressure with 20, 30 minutes to go to then win the game. I did wonder if they'd have Noah Hotham off the bench, but I just think that they're going to want to honour a TJ Perenara. Look, he's been an absolute, again, stalwart for the All Blacks. And particularly the way he's come back. Aaron Smith retired end of last year, and TJ Perenara, came back, and his energy and competitive nature and the way he's played for the All Blacks this year and Razor's first year at the helm has been, particularly impressive. So I think they'll honour him. And then look, Rieko Ioane again, I think they bring him off the bench. And he's also quite good covers a few positions, covers both wings, centre. I don't think they'd test him at fullback, but it gives you a bit of injury cover there. And then Harry Plummer. I think that'll be interesting. I think if Bowden and the guys are winning quite comfortably, I would probably expect Harry Plummer to come on at probably around that 50-minute mark, and it's a really good opportunity for him to come in there and really test himself. He hasn't had a lot of game time in the All Black jersey, but guys, I really liked what I saw of him for the Blues. Like, his game management was fantastic. Didn't sort of have the X factor of the Damien McKenzie and the Bowdens, but, you know, his game management and leadership was really good. His defense, his kicking was solid. And yeah, so I think he has real potential. And so I think he comes on about that 50-minute mark. Guys, let me know your thoughts on my 23 for the game against Italy. Any players you think I've missed? How do you think this All Blacks side's going to go against Italy? Will they win comfortably, or will this be quite a close match? You know, Italy will want revenge after the World Cup, and they're not a bad side, Italy. I think they don't get the credit that they deserve on their day. So, and guys, if you've enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and add any further comments you think about the upcoming match against Italy. Cheers.